Liberalism is just so peachy. It's great. People can't get out of there fast enough. So Matt Palumbo does great work on our website, Bongino.com. We have two websites, Bongino.com, where we do editorial content and we break some news over there. And then we have BonginoReport.com, which is an aggregator. Again, your conservative alternative to the Drudge Report, which is blown up thanks to you. But on Bongino.com, Matt wrote a great piece. And I'm going to title this segment of the show, as I wrote here on my thing, Liberalism Sucks. This is the Liberalism Sucks. I mean, thanks, Mort. Liberalism Sucks for 10. I'll take what is Liberalism Sucks for 200. This is the Liberalism is Destroying the Country segment of the show. And here's article number 1 by Matt Palumbo. New study, worst run states are run by Democrats. No surprise at all. Story will be in the show notes. Again, please check it out. But here's more evidence that liberalism really sucks. Here's photo number 1, showing you the debt per person states have accumulated, bankrupting their citizens. There is a common theme here about all of these states here. So, going 1 through 10 here. So Vermont, New York, California, Kentucky, Delaware, Hawaii, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Illinois, and New Jersey are all the leaders when it comes to accumulated debt per citizens of their states, meaning they're bankrupting their citizens rapidly with liabilities they don't have the money to pay. What is the common thread with pretty much all of those states, with the one exception of Kentucky? Yes, they are all run by liberals who either have a liberal governor and a liberal legislature, or a Republican governor and a near supermajority liberal legislature. In other words, they are dominated almost exclusively by liberal politics and also dominated by debt. Don't let that get in the way, facts and data, liberals, of your argument that you are fine financial stewards and you have such great control wherever you're in charge. Wherever you're in charge, things degenerate because liberalism sucks. 9 out of the 10 states carrying the biggest debt loads per citizen are run almost exclusively by liberals. In some limited circles, Joe, we haven't said this in a while, they would call that
a clue.
A clue. Thank you. We would call it a clue.
You're welcome, Dad.
But again, liberals are pretty much vaccinated against clues, so I don't expect you to take anything from that. Now, let's show chart number 2. The least amount of debt, deficits, red tape, and garbage per citizen in photo 2 are in states largely run by, crazy how this happens, Republicans and conservatives. These are states that actually had a surplus per citizen. Yes, surplus, meaning they're generating tax revenue not only to pay and finance their bills, but they have a surplus. Alaska, North Dakota, Wyoming, Utah, Idaho, Tennessee, South Dakota, Nebraska, Oregon, and Iowa. Again, 9 out of 10 run almost exclusively by Republican politics or conservatives. But again, liberals, don't let this get in the way of your dopey arguments that you guys really have a grasp of economics and finances. You got this thing down. 9 out of 10 states that are swimming in red ink and bankrupting their citizens are run by libs. 9 out of 10 states running a surplus and efficient government services, so much so that they have a tax surplus, are run by Republicans. Yes. For those of you watching on the YouTube, I'm doing a visual head nod so you understand this means yes. That's just portion, subsection A of the Liberalism Sucks segment. Here's portion B, section B, A1B26, Liberalism Sucks Part 2, Wall Street Journal article. Liberalism is so great, people can't get the hell out of liberal states fast enough. Wall Street Journal from yesterday, blue state redistribution. High tax states are losing people, money, and seats in Congress. I'm sure they're leaving because liberalism is a utopia. They're leaving because they want to escape utopia, and they want to run into these dystopian Republican underworlds, right? That's why this is happening. Now, again, liberals will have a tough time with facts. We're going to use charts because somehow diagrams help more sometimes. Let's go to the chart here and show you exactly how bad it is, how people are replicating the Snake Plissken plan and escaping from New York and California in droves. So this is the net AGI outflow. In other words, billions of dollars of money, people taking their money and leaving. Look at the states that are leading in people taking their jobs and their money and evacuating rapidly. Look at states 1 through 4. California, New York, Connecticut, New Jersey, and then 5 is Illinois. Then we have Ohio, Michigan, and Wisconsin. So the top 4 we see on this chart are all states exclusively dominated by liberal politics. California, Illinois, New Jersey, New York. People can't get out of there fast enough, folks. But again, I know we're on the radio, KABC now in California, which I love. We travel out there often. Again, in some limited circles, we would call people taking their money and evacuating your state en masse, despite having the most beautiful environment in the United States, California. The weather, the climate is beautiful. You have Silicon Valley up there. All of that. People can't get out fast enough. Again, we would call that a clue that something's wrong. Now, you may say, okay, people leave for all kinds of reasons. I'm sure they're going to other liberal states where things are just peachy. You'd be wrong there too, because here's the inflow. In other words, people entering into new states. Where are they going? Oh, Florida, the great state I live in. Arizona, Texas, North Carolina, Nevada, Colorado, Washington, and Idaho. Pretty much the majority of those states either have strong Republican influence or are dominated almost exclusively by Republican and conservative politics. Again, don't let that get in the way of your stupid arguments that liberalism is just so peachy. It's great. People can't get out of there fast enough. The U-Haul business from California to Texas is a really good one. The U-Haul business from Texas to California, not so much.
You just heard The Dan Bongino Show. You can also get Dan's podcasts on iTunes or SoundCloud. And follow Dan on Twitter 24/7 @DBongino.